Hey, it's your girl Andrea. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been here for a while, I appreciate you. If you are new, welcome to the fun that is my life as a fifth generation farmer in Southwest Minnesota. In this video, we're going to be taking a deep dive into our synchronization protocol that we used for our AIing season, our breeding season. This is the same protocol we used last year. We also use it this year. It had really good results last year, hoping that we're going to see that same result coming into the next 2026 calving season. This video is in partnership with Merck Animal Health. We've been utilizing the Select Sync Plus Cedar protocol, and that involves using these two key products from Merck Animal Health, FERTAGYL and ESTRUMATE. Both of these are key to success of our synchronization protocol. So this protocol works for us, and kind of the reason that I picked this one is the fact that it works for both heifers and cows. Generally, there's a little bit of a difference in those protocols for synchronization, depending if you have cows or heifers, but this one works on both. And if you remember, our very first group that we did back in May was a bigger group of like 80 some head. It was our hopeful first calf heifers coming in 2026's calving season, as well as a handful of cows. So we had some of both, and it's a lot easier to have a protocol that works for both groups. So that way I'm not like flustered, frustrated, confused, what's happening. It's the same the entire season. It makes life easy. So day one, they come into the chute and they are getting their cedar put in, as well as FERTAGYL, which is our GnRH product that we choose to use. That cedar, essentially to keep this like super simple, trust me, I could get super nerdy about this because I love repro. But to keep it simple, to make this make sense of what each of these things is doing, that cedar is releasing progesterone inside of their repro tract. And that is going to prevent them from coming into heat no matter where they're at in their cycle. A cow's cycle is 21 days. So when you're synchronizing a full group, we don't know if they're on day 1 of their cycle, if they're on day 14, we don't know, right? So the goal is to kind of like get them all synchronized together. That's the whole method of the madness, which in turn is going to tighten up our calving window. And then we also have set dates that we know we might be calving heavy depending what the weather is doing, and kind of have that outlook, versus when they're bull bred, naturally with no synchronization, it's kind of just like a, well, we'll see what happens type of deal. So the GnRH in FERTAGYL is going to stimulate an LH surge, which is in turn going to promote follicular growth. So that way when we remove that cedar and continue the protocol, hopefully there's a follicle ready to ovulate, which in turn can make a baby. Then we let them out. They're good to go. They get to go hang out. They have a full week where I'm not gonna have to run them through the chute. It's kind of a nice little time. You do that on a Monday, you don't gotta do nothing until the next Monday. Then they come through what is day 7 now, and they are going to have their cedar removed. You just pull it out, and then I'm also gonna give them ESTRUMATE, aka our prostaglandins. So after we remove the cedar and we give ESTRUMATE, that is going to initiate ovulation in their body. I am going to heat detect for 72 to 84 hours. I like to go a little bit longer on that, try to catch some natural heats. 12 hours after the onset of standing heat, I am going to AI them and they are good to go. They don't get anything else. That's a natural heat. Those non-responders, aka the cows that do not show a good standing heat at 72 to 84 hours, they are going to come through the chute. I am going to AI them still, but this is now called timed AI, and they are going to get a shot of FERTAGYL, our GnRH product again. So that is the method of the madness of our protocol that we use on our operation. From there, they're good to go. A cow cycles about every 21 days, so no one's gonna come into heat for around that. We try to turn the bull in about 2 weeks later, just in case someone comes in early at 17 days because the cows can vary. That is what our synchronization protocol looks like. There are other synchronization protocols out there. If you're curious, I'll put some more information in the description of where to find other synchronization protocols. You can do artificial insemination without synchronizing, but I truly believe that using products like this and synchronizing your herd is going to make such a positive impact on your overall calf crop because of the tighter calving window. And also, who doesn't want to be done calving a little bit earlier and not be so stressed out, low on sleep? If we can tighten that window up just a little bit, an extra week or 2 or 3 where you don't have the lack of sleep and the stress, trust me, I'm all about it. The combination of FERTAGYL and ESTRUMATE all together in this protocol is going to really tighten our calving window. We've seen that, especially this year, seeing the difference from never AIing and never synchronizing that we had our calf crops up until this year, essentially to this year. I have seen a huge tightening of our overall calving window for the majority because we are using synchronization protocols, and I truly believe that FERTAGYL and ESTRUMATE are a huge piece of that. And when you have a narrow window where your calves are born, it's a uniform calf crop. And when you're selling your calves at weaning, not us, but most producers, and even transitioning cattle into a feedlot, it's really important that they're uniform. One, money for those that sell, and two, uniform cattle. Nobody starts falling behind in the lots, and that's a huge advantage to overall feed efficiency and performance. I will say with ESTRUMATE, I feel like we get a very loud and proud heat, which as someone who is heat detecting, it is incredibly helpful when you have a very loud heat on a cow to know like, yes, she is in heat. I don't have the second guess of like, is she not? This makes it loud and proud, and that makes my life easier. I don't have to second guess when I'm breeding and running around with my head cut off. FERTAGYL can also treat cystic ovaries. So if you do have any cystic cows, this is a great product for that as well. We've had really good success with both of these. I will continue to use them. They are my preferred options when it comes to synchronizing cattle. There's a lot of things that go into reproductive success and overall success of your cow-calf herd, or maybe even your dairy operation. And we all know that having a good relationship with your veterinarian is key. So ask them questions, reach out to them. You know, there's a lot more to health than just synchronizing your cattle. You gotta have good parasite management, you gotta have a good vaccination protocol. You still have cleanup bulls, they have to have a good breeding soundness exam. There's so much of that. So make sure you chat with your veterinarian, it's super important. And they might have a good idea of what synchronization protocol will work better for your herd based on your facilities, your goals, your labor, etc. Obviously, if you have seen me on other social media platforms, or whenever I share that we're using these, you see me wear gloves. You see me wear long sleeves. I'm not wearing gloves right now because both of these are unopened. They're not, the seal has not been broken. I'm not worried about it. And I'm on the outside of the box. But if you are handling these medications, anything to do with hormones, you need to wear gloves. These are very easily absorbed by the skin. Please be careful and wear proper PPE. I always wear long sleeves, gloves, and I'm looking like a hawk to make sure my gloves are not ripped. Please handle these responsibly. Well, that is a wrap on a little bit more of a nerdy video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I am an open book. Like I said, I am a repro nerd. This is my happy place. But as always, make sure that subscribe button. Check out Merck Animal Health for all of your needs. They have a lot of great products, and you guys have seen us use a lot of them. They have a great team as well. But till next time, make sure that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one. ESTRUMATE important safety information. Do not administer ESTRUMATE to a pregnant cow unless abortion is desired. Severe localized post-injection clostridial infections have been reported. In rare instances, infections has led to death. Women of childbearing age, asthmatics, and persons with respiratory problems should exercise extreme caution when handling ESTRUMATE. ESTRUMATE is readily absorbed through the skin and can cause abortion and bronchospasms. Direct contact with the skin should be avoided, and accidental spillage on the skin should be washed off immediately with soap and water. For complete safety information, refer to the product label. Just like ESTRUMATE, FERTAGYL also has important safety information. Not for use in humans, keep out of reach of children. For safety information, once again, refer to the product label.